Ohayou gozaimasu. Good morning. It's Monday, June 2nd. It's a slightly hazy. It's already warm here. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Nice day. So what are we going to do today? Well, I'm going back on Love You. I love that train, and I really enjoyed Chichibu. But here's the thing. Facebook has told me that I have problems with my nerves. So all this muscle pain and everything that I've been having, it's from compressed nerves. It all makes sense. And I sort of had this issue before. My neck. So I have all this muscle tension up here. My back has been killing me. My arm. I wake up. My fingers are numb. I'm going a different route today. So it's all like compressed nerves, and I'm going to see this bone setter, who I think is a chiropractor, on Friday for an hour massage. So I'm hoping that he's going to work on that too. If I can communicate this to him, he might already know what the issue is. So I thought I'd go back to Chichibu and just kind of do this time the 3 temples near the station without getting lost for you, viewer. But then I thought, what the hell, I don't want to do the same thing. So I asked ChatGPT if there were onsens that were good for nerve damage. And there are. So it gave me a whole list of things, and then I said, what about Chichibu? Chad likes when I ask questions like that. He's like, oh yeah, Chichibu is a good idea. Well, it turns out the onsen, the place that I went in Chichibu, Matsuri no Yu, is not really an onsen. It's not really natural spring water. But there is a place nearby, Yokoze, I think is the station, where there is an onsen that has natural spring water, sulfuric water, probably smells. I'm gonna talk here before it gets noisy. So it probably smells like eggs, smelly, but it's good for nerve damage and muscle tension and all that. So I'm gonna try that. So I think I have to go to the Seibu-Chichibu station and then get on the Seibu-Chichibu line and go back one stop. We'll see what they tell me at Tourist Information Center. I kind of think the Love You stops at Yokoze, but everything I was reading told me no. But I know we make one stop before Chichibu, and like really close. So even if everybody tells me no, if we stop there, I'm getting off. All right, so that's the plan. So I'm gonna go to the Yamanote now, to Ikebukuro, and then I'll pick up in Ikebukuro station. All right, see you in a bit. All right, well, that was a pretty easy commute, just a 12-minute walk to Shinokubo, and then 3 stops to Ikebukuro. I'm at the Tourist Information Center, I guess this is the east exit of Ikebukuro Station. So just follow the signs for Seibu trains and then the Seibu Tourist Information Center. Here they are. Different people here today. So you need to know what you want. You need to know what you're doing, because I feel like these places are staffed by volunteers. The other woman that was here was really great. She has 4 daughters, 3 are studying in the US. Anyway, I said I want a ticket to Chichibu. So, okay. She pointed to the one-day pass. It's 1,000 yen. Can I see your passport? Okay, 1,000 yen. I said, oh, but I need a basic fare ticket too. Oh, well, that was the basic fare. I need the limited express. So fortunately, I still have my tickets from last Thursday, because I was thinking, if the other woman was here, I was going to say, by the way, I took the train on Thursday and then I had to change and see if maybe she offered a refund or something, but not with this one. So she said, oh, okay. So I showed her the ticket. So then she puts into her calculator 1,900 yen. So it's 1,000 for the one-day pass plus 900 for one way to Chichibu. I said, no, I want round trip. She said, you can buy your return ticket in Chichibu. I said, oh, I want to buy it now. But actually, that's an interesting thought, because maybe you don't know what time you want to come back. You just go to the station and you get your return ticket when you're ready to come back. These trains are not crowded during the week. Weekend, I would have a reservation. Holidays, have a reservation. But I could have just gotten my ticket at the station there to come back. So anyway, so finally, she understood what I needed. I had my tickets with me from last Thursday, so I knew the train times, leaving at 10:30, returning at 6:24. So then she took the money to a woman behind a screen or something, like a woman behind a barricade, and that woman issued the ticket. Only cash, they don't accept credit card or Suica. All right, so I'm all set now. It's 9:35, I have a lot of time to kill. Here's my train. It's so pretty. I wish they would give you one of these single seats. I want to be stuck here with a bunch of chatty people again. Photographer here. If you haven't seen my other videos, this is La View. It's a special train that goes to Chichibu. Makes a few stops all along the way. Alright, dude, you're in my way. It's a limited express train. You need 2 tickets. You need limited express tickets, and you need a basic fare ticket. So if you are if you have an international passport outside of Japan, you can get this Seibu one-day pass for 1,000 yen. It's good on all Seibu trains. So you just use this. The conductor comes through the train. He doesn't ask to see the ticket, but I think he has a record of which seats have been sold, so that if you're in a seat and you don't have a ticket, you're probably going to have to pay on the train. That's it. That's all the information you need. Love you. So good. They're like those Girl Scout Thin Mints. Whoever said Japanese don't talk on trains was lying. So this train is stopping at Yokoze, one stop before Seibu-Chichibu. That's where I'm going to get off. Everything I was checking yesterday was saying it didn't stop there. All right, looks like I'm the only one getting off here. And that must be the Seibu-Chichibu line. It's cute. So if I wanted, I could also take that train to Chichibu, Seibu-Chichibu station. Bye. The train was really crowded today. All right, this looks cute. This is kind of my speed, especially with all those people on the train. I'm the only one getting off. So about this Seibu one-day pass and my ticket and everything. First of all, it was the same cost. I was able to figure that out to Yokoze or to Seibu-Chichibu. So there's no difference in cost. Doesn't matter. My final destination on my ticket is Seibu-Chichibu. But because I'm using this one-day pass, I could have gotten off anywhere. Just can't get on another La View at this point, because my seat on that train was reserved. All right, so let me show you Yokoze station. It's a kind of small little country station. It's cute. Crossing the tracks here. And, oh, what's this? Okay, I guess I put my ticket in there. Well, that's a very unusual ticket thing. And I don't know if I did it right. I just kind of tapped my ticket and then it flashed red and said something to me, which I didn't understand. This is the restaurant that ChatGPT mentioned, Engawa. Challenge Kitchen. Here's a sign here. I think this is telling me I was supposed to come out here and turn right. So let's see what these signs say. Well, ChatGPT told me to come out of the station and turn right. I entered the name of the temple, Daijiji. In my Google Maps, it told me to come out here and turn left. There's supposed to be a tourist information center here somewhere, which I don't see. Maybe that's it. And then I was just looking at this map and I saw there's another one called Akechiji which is a 10-minute walk. This Daiichi-ji is 20-minute walk, and I don't know which direction it is. So I'm going to Akechi-ji. But let me see. I doubt they speak English in here. There's another map. Let me look at this one. Now, when those signs over there are completely not helpful, just some kind of different courses that you can take. Peaceful Mountain Village course, and I think they're meant for cars. So let me look at this map. So this is, I think, the one that I was thinking of. There's another one here. I have to translate. Look at this, where I am. I don't know if you can really get the full effect of this on video, but I'm really in the middle of nowhere and just surrounded by these mountains. It's beautiful. So I looked at that other map, and there's another temple only 9 minutes a walk away. Yokoze. I don't see any taxis here, so I'm gonna have to walk from this temple to the onsen. Let me get on the left side of the road, and then from the onsen back to the station. So I'm trying to really minimize the amount of walking that I'm doing here. It's really pretty though. It's a little warm. And I'm walking on the road here. Hopefully this is my turn. Let me check. Yeah, take a left. That's wildflowers. Some little farms, gardens, whatever. This is really off the beaten path, folks. So this temple is one of the 34 temples on this pilgrimage route, the 34 Canon pilgrimage route, and apparently there are several other pilgrimage routes, at least two that I remember in Japan. This one was inspired by another one, which has 33 temples. And it's dedicated to Canon, the goddess of mercy. Now, I had read up about the other one that I thought I was going to visit, Daiichi-ji. I asked ChatGPT for information on that. I forgot what it said. It sounded really beautiful though, but we're not going there. So this one, and then it looks like there might be another one that I can visit that's not too far. And I don't know if I'm going to find any food, but I guess when I get to the onsen, there will be some food. But look at this. I mean, does this look like Japan or what? There's a rice paddy, a guy on a bike. It's about as iconic Japanese as you can get. You know, I'm supposed to take a right here. Let me see what the sign says. On your left, Fudasho. Oh, I'm supposed to take a left? Or is it just right up here? Amazing. Let me see. I think this is like what the sign is what my phone just told me. It's the 9th temple on the route. Yeah, so actually it's a sign. That's going back to the station, and that's going to temple number 9. Apparently that mountain, you can see that from Chichibu Station too. That mountain is famous in anime, Japanese animation. This beautiful river here. Pretty incredible. And you know what's missing? Tourists. All right, so signs pointing that way to temple number 9, and that is Mount Buko, which I think is that. So I think we're almost there. So I just asked ChatGPT to tell me more about this temple. The only thing it had to say was that this is temple number 9, and as temple number 9, it contains a special spiritual significance. I don't know why. I asked what god is enshrined here, and it looks like it's the same as the other one that I was planning on going to, which was a 20-minute walk. According to Google Maps, it was a 25-minute walk. Just Sho Cannon. Sho Cannon. And Sho Cannon is the goddess of mercy. The cannon. Same as the Dai Cannon that I saw in Takasaki. She was a white-robed cannon. Also known as Kuan Yin. So the goddess of healing and compassion. Here it is. Fudasho number 9, Akechidera Temple. Really out in the mountains here. Nobody here. Interesting little, I don't know what those are. They look like babies, but then they have tails. Very interesting. There's the donation box. What do you think, viewer? What are these? those things. There's nobody here. Faint smell of incense. There's no incense burning right now. Candle is not lit, so I can't light any incense. Alright, so I did a little prayer there for healing. And now I'm gonna walk to Yamato, I forget the name it's called. Yamato no Buko Onsen. It's about a 15-minute walk. So not bad. I'm not gonna overdo it today because my intention really is about healing this nerve pain. So let's see, I asked ChatGPT to explain how these onsen waters work. Because of the high pH levels and the sulfur, improves circulation and relaxes muscles and allows more oxygen to get to the nerves. So it's not a cure, it's just relief. But according to everything that I've been being fed on Facebook, all this stuff is popping up now. When the nerves are being constricted like this, it could be, something in my spine, maybe slip disc or something like that. Or just a nerve that's being pinched. And then when that happens, the muscles around the nerve get tight to protect the nerve. So that's why my muscles feel tight and hard. I'm on a truck route here. So that's why my muscles feel tight and hard, but stretching doesn't help. Now why do you have to stop? There's another truck. Stretching doesn't help. Because it's not the muscle that's the problem, it's the nerve. This is a very pleasant walk here. All these trucks. So, my theory at this point is that by getting more oxygen to the nerves, calming the nerves down, it's also going to help to relax my muscles, and I will feel relief. So what do you think about that, viewer? Problem is it's going to be temporary, but hopefully, well, we'll see. These trucks are getting on my nerves. Getting on my nerves. So, I think this is the center of town here. Hopefully the walk to the onsen is off the truck route. I mean, they're nice trucks, they're clean. They're not that noisy. Maybe I can hitchhike. That would be fun. Alright, let me check my map. But I think I'm supposed to cross over this street or take a left onto the road. You want to see Japan? So I'm basically on a little highway here. Area 898, open and friendly space. All right, apparently there was another road that I could have taken, but it looked like it was a little bit more roundabout. But it would have gotten me off of this highway. But now, at least the highway's up there, and I'm down below. And I think this is where I would have ended up, right up here. So, I'm on the correct route. Out here in the middle of Yokoze. I hope I'm not supposed to go through that. There's a little cemetery and shrine. It's hot. I think that's the sign to the onsen. I think that hiragana is you. You meaning spa, onsen. Yeah, I think this is where I would have come out, up this road. Oh, it's hot. I'm wearing long pants. I'm wearing a t-shirt and a shirt. Buko Onsen. There, where do I cross? How do I get across here? I really don't want to go climb those stairs. Alright, I made it across. Buko Onsen. There's actually a sidewalk and a little bit of shade. Look, it's a bamboo grove. Quick. Take a picture of yourself and put it on Instagram. Oh, it's a nice fresh breeze. It's a little bit of a hike we're doing here today. If nothing else, I really am getting a lot of exercise here. School. It's very clearly marked. This place has like several different names. This one says Muto Yumoto Buko Onsen. It was also called Yamato Buko Onsen. So it's confusing, not surprising. Welcome to Japan. 3 minutes away. Chichibu Yumoto Buko Onsen. All right, should be right up here. I just translated another sign because I thought there was a parking up there. Maybe I could just go in that way through the parking lot. I don't know what that was, but this sign said it's the largest open air natural onsen in Chichibu. It's right here. All right, viewer, success. So we didn't get lost today. I think I'm going to take a taxi to the station from here and then go back to Chichibu on the train. Oh, a lot of cars. Although half of these cars are probably the employees. We have the people at the desk, the people in the restaurant, people that are cleaning, all the other jobs that people have here. So hopefully it's not going to be too busy. These guys are all wearing this t-shirt, so he's an employee. The one that just pulled in, is backing in, is an employee. So probably half these people work here. Alright, so I ordered this Buko Soba. I'm not sure exactly what it is. There are a few tables here, but they're taken. So I'm sitting in this little chair like that. I got a seat at the table. All right, here it is. Soba. We have a little onigiri, pickles, wasabi, and green onion, some tempura. And this dipping sauce is walnut dipping sauce, and then we got some walnuts here. And I have to grind my walnuts up and then add them, I suppose, to the sauce. It's a little bit of work involved. You're not going to get to see it because I can't film while I'm doing it, but let's give this a try. So the only reason I know to do this is because I went to get tonkatsu once and I had a similar situation with sesame seeds, and I watched people at the next table. You know, in English, we have the expression an apple polisher, like somebody who sucks up to their teacher. In Japanese, it's something about the sesame, like a sesame grinder. So you would grind your teacher's sesame seeds to get special favor. I'm gonna have to ask ChatGPT about that. But all right, anyway, you get the idea. I'm going to turn off the camera so I can do this properly. So I'm making a paste that I'm going to add to this sauce. I have a paste now, and then I'm going to add all this to my dipping sauce. Okay, there we have it. Good. You can taste the walnut. Just never ending here. The surprises that I'm finding. And then my tempura looks like it's mushrooms. So this is a full-on vegetarian meal here. All right, well, lunch was good. It's so confusing here. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Signs kind of pointing this way. All right, well, this is about as authentic as it gets. Really off the beaten path. I'm the only foreigner in sight. I actually like Matsuri no Yu better. I like the layout better. But this one has the sulfur bath, so supposedly it's healthier. So you go in, put your shoes in the locker. It's 100 yen locker deposit, which you get back when you return the key. Go to the desk. She doesn't care about the locker key. I tried to give it to her. She didn't want it. I don't know what she was telling me. But then she's like, 700 yen. I said, oh, now? So you pay when you enter. 700 yen, really cheap. Then I went into the restaurant just straight away because I was hungry. Order at a kiosk. You get a little ticket with a number. So listen to your number for your number. They had a pretty decent selection of food. And the soba was really good. Soba with walnut dipping sauce. So then you go in, another locker, another 100 yen deposit, put everything in your locker, and then the usual ritual, wash. There was a big bath indoors in the washing area, another smaller bath in the center that might have been a cold bath. I didn't even try it. It was popular. And then outside there was one bath. I thought there was supposed to be two outside. There was like a cedar bath and a stone bath in something that I read. They lied. So you can kind of smell the sulfur a little bit. It felt good. It was hot. I could only stay in like 5 minutes at a time, and then I had to get out, bring my body temperature back down, and then get back in again. So I did that several times. It's nice sitting outside, naked, just kind of air drying. So now I'm going to go to Matsuri no Yu because I don't know what else to do. I really don't want to walk anymore. I don't want to do any more exploring. So I'm just going to go hang out there because they have a really nice outdoor area where you can sit in the sun. So I'm going to do that. So I just ordered a taxi. See if they can find me, and I'm going to go to Yokoze station and then take the little train from there, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned. Well, that was a quick little ride. It was so fast I didn't even get to film the taxi ride. 1,000 yen. For 2-minute ride. So it looks like there's a train at 3:15. Laview just passed through. So I'm going to see if I can enter here with my one-day pass. Actually, let me check out, if I have a little bit of time, check out the tourist information center here, gift shop. This is an anime spot. I don't know what that means. It's a whole different world. More Buko coffee. They have cookies. T-shirts, bags. sake. Get a stamp here. Animation spots. Well, I don't think I need anything, even though these cookies are very tempting. Just going to go to the platform. Confusing here is red and green have different meanings. So I just tapped my one-day pass on that ticket machine and it flashed red and said something in Japanese, which of course I don't understand. But flashing red to me means stop. So there was a guy hanging a poster. I guess he's this station agent. I asked him, "Daijoubu desu ka?" He said, "Hi." Taxis too. When the taxi has a red kanji in the window, it means they're available. Green means they're not available. It's opposite world here. All right, so got about 25 minutes. Really pretty train. It has kind of like booths. I don't know how to describe the interior. Two seats facing each other. Really pretty. And it's kind of burnt orange color. Alright, so my train is coming at 3:15. I have the whole platform to myself now. This is really fun. I just can't describe the feeling of like being out here all by myself. I wish it was easier to get to some of these temples because it would be really fun to do this pilgrimage, but I guess that's the point. They're not easy to get to. And I guess when they were constructed, they didn't really have trains or anything. So you just walk. You walk. I don't know if you stay over at a temple, like how that's supposed to work when you do a pilgrimage. But were I younger, I might think about it. So my friends Nancy and Yari went to Mitsumine back in the day before cell phones. They used a guidebook and it was really difficult. They said hiking. So if I come back, I'm still thinking about coming to Chichibu and spending a couple nights. I've been looking at hotels. I'm not crazy about them, but you know, it's just a bed. And there's an onsen right there at the station. So, and then if I did come back, I would take the bus to Mitsumine, which is a power spot. And then maybe see if I could see some other things. There's also, here at Yokoze, there's a like moss garden that was just blooming. It's all different colors. But I think the season is over. The season was over like some point in May. So now it might just be moss. I think I see a picture of it in front of me. So that big green lawn, when it blooms, it's different colors. It's really interesting because this is not, it's not on the tourist path. Neither is Chichibu really, for the international crowd. Japanese tourists come here. It's an easy day trip from Tokyo. So it's really special. And you get to ride La View. La View. So much fun.
We will soon arrive at Seibu-Chichibu. This is the last stop of this train. Passengers changing to the Chichibu Railway Line, please transfer at this station. Thank you.
There's the view. Well, that was fun. All right, so back in Chichibu, I'm gonna go get an ice cream. And then go to the Sento Onsen, whatever this thing is. It seems pretty crowded. Monday. Can't quite figure the crowd situation out here. Why some days it's more crowded than others. So many flavors to choose from. It was really hard, but I got blueberry. It's local blueberries. Well, maybe it wasn't the best choice. The blueberries are good. They had asparagus, sake, wine, maple. A lot of them made with local products, local maple syrup, local sake. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this. So just in case anybody's watching who hasn't seen my other videos, this is Chichibu Station. And then right next to the station, there's a little souvenir shop. There's a food market hall. And then the onsen is all the way down at the end. It's a really great station complex here. And I have Kyoto. I have sake, local beer, craft beer. It's very convenient. I could get used to this. It's so nice. It's really nice today. They have an outdoor bath and it's kind of this cloudy lilac color now. I think it has to do with this moss that's blooming, but the moss is not blooming anymore. There are cherry blossoms, fake cherry blossoms in the entryway. And I wanted to show you how I check out at the kiosk, but there were two people at the kiosks, so the girl at the desk took me. So basically you get this key, your locker key for your shoes, and you keep that the whole time. When you go into the locker room, you get a new locker key just for the locker room, and there are no key deposits here, which is nice. The other place I needed 200 yen. I needed 100 yen for the shoe locker and 100 yen for the locker and the locker room. You don't have to put your stuff in the locker room. People just put their stuff in baskets. It's Japan, it's safe, but I did that at the Appa Hotel in Takasaki. I actually couldn't figure out how to use the combination locker. And I couldn't relax because it was like my phone, my wallet, you know, you just never know. All right, so now I'm gonna go back to the food hall, get a nice beer and a little snack. And I learned last time, snacks for the train. So I'm gonna buy something for the train too, just in case it's another 2.5 hour commute back to wherever I'm going, Tokyo. All right, let's check out the menu again. Let me show you the menu. So they have these miso potatoes, small to large. Miso fries. I don't know what that is. There's grilled pork. So I've had this rice bowl. I had this rice bowl. I think I'm just going to get the grilled pork and some gyoza and a beer. Here's the soba with walnut sauce again. And then this is all hormone, like innards, ramen and stuff. I hope that's not hormone innards inside the gyoza. Let me translate this again. All right, so those dumplings are shakushina, which is a local vegetable. Now, the question is, how do we find what we want? Okay, here's the grilled pork. Just gonna get 3 gyoza. All right, so I got 2 tickets because I got 2 things. So for my gyoza, I'm window number 5. My number is 2190. And for the pork, I'm window number 2. My number is 2189. I'm going to go get a beer now. The whole place is empty. They have a sit right next to me. Now I can't film. I can't believe it. This place is empty. And those girls sat right next to me. Years I lived here and nobody would sit next to me on the train. Now I'm like a magnet. All right, let me show you what I got. So I got some miso grilled pork and 3 little gyoza and a beer. Yummy. First, the pork. Delicious. The beer is really good. It's an American Pale Ale from Chichibu. It's the same one I got last time. And then gyoza. The guy at the gyoza window was very nice. I think there's also pork in here. But there's this green vegetable. It's kind of like a chive or something. I hope I'm not eating hormones. That's what they call the ramen, hormones. Well, that's what it translated as. I don't know how we survived here without phones. Translating apps. Because here we are, 30 years later, and there's still not a lot of English. I went to this Korean restaurant the other night. Horrible. So I asked if they had an English menu. There's a tablet. She changed it to English. 1 or 2 things were translated. And then after that, I was like, well, sorry, you're not going to get this. That's why I ended up getting a seafood pancake. It wasn't very good. All right, so this is yummy. This is my dinner. And I'm gonna get a little snack. In the gift shop, they have these nuts. I was reading the translation and it was like smoked bourbon or something like that. It's like, that can't be about the nuts. It was. They were smoked nuts. So those were really good. I'm gonna get those and another beer. I'll be drunk by the time I get home. So I think that's probably enough. Do you want to see the cafeteria? I call it the cafeteria. I feel like it's a student cafeteria. So there are 5 different windows. When you get your ticket, it tells you which window to go to. And then you wait to hear your number called with that annoying voice. And there are some monitors that you can watch. That lady just gave me a side eye. Sorry, you walked into my viewfinder, whatever. You walked into my shot. I was trying to show my viewer the monitors. She gave me some mean side eye. Alright, so I'm gonna end it here. Yokoze was fun. It was really off the beaten path. I like this onsen better, even though it's not a natural onsen. It's really pretty. The outdoor area is big. There are like several baths to choose from outside. Lots of chairs to sit on. And then inside, a couple different baths. There's a sauna. I don't use that. It's really nice. It's really pretty. And it's very chill. The other one felt more local. Bunch of old men, including me. So overall, I had a great day. Fingers crossed for the train. I mean, how often are you going to have a Japanese train be late? I think that was my one time of a lifetime. So you never know. I might be back. If I don't, nothing exciting happens. I'll see you next time. Janane. Bye-bye.
電車の担当乗務員は小出差乗務所運転士畑野車掌は高永終点
I'm back. There's like hardly anybody on this train. Of course, there's a guy in front of me. So now we were going in reverse. He decides he wants to face the other direction. Instead of turning the seat in front of him around, he moves across the aisle. So now he's like looking directly at me. Then he starts listening to something on his phone. So I hear this like, it's like, what the fuck? So everything you've heard about Japanese people on trains doesn't apply on Love You. They're noisy. They listen to things on their phone. Annoying as fuck. So I just moved. I just found a nice little 4-seater here. So I'm now facing the right direction. I think at the next station we reverse and we go in the other direction. And then I'll just change to the other seat as far away from that asshole as possible. Like, seriously, dude. I don't know what it is about this train. It's a party train, I guess. The thing is, I can see him behind me. The thing is, tourists haven't discovered this yet, really. So they don't have all the rules posted. But once a bunch of Chinese people start getting on and talking, there are going to be all kinds of signs about not talking and not using your phone and everything else. But the Japanese are breaking the rules. Anyway, I'm glad I moved. It's really comfortable now. I have all this open space. I'm going in the right direction. When we change directions, all I have to do is jump over to the seat across from me, and I'll be going the other way. And I'm far away from anybody. It's quiet now. All right, it's my little rant, little surprise. I know you missed me. Okay, bye. Oh, by the way, these nuts that I've been eating, amazing. It's like eating a campfire. They're smoked, but not smoked like the way ham is smoked, like that kind of smoky flavor. It actually tastes like you're eating smoke, like actual smoke. It's like eating a campfire. It's amazing. Probably not good for you. I love that little song. Now we're going to change direction. Okay, bye. Well, I don't know why, but we have to change to another stupid train. Second time. Track number 4. I was so comfortable there. After that asshole left, now I have to ride a regular old train. Well, just a regular old train. It's a regular train, and it's going to make a bunch of stops. Kind of pisses me off. Like a ton of stops. There's the asshole who was making noise. Oh yeah, no, I mean this is going to Ikebukuro, it's an express train. I don't know why. I'm gonna write to Seibu and complain. All right, well that wasn't too bad. It was about 30-minute late. 30 minutes. I'm arriving 30 minutes later than scheduled. So apparently there was an accident. I'm not going to say what it is, but sad when it happens. So can't be helped. So anyway, made it. I don't understand. So they changed me to a Seibu-Chichibu express train. If that train can run on the same tracks, why can't Love-U? I don't understand it. Same thing happened last time. So that's twice now. 2 out of 3. I went to Chichibu and didn't make it back on the train that I went on. So it's kind of annoying. Anyway, what are you gonna do? Come back early. The last time it was a fire that was, I think around this time that we left, 6:25 or something like that. There's a fire on the tracks. This time it was an accident on the tracks at like 4:30. So come back early. Bad things happen later in the day. All right, so it's crazy here. You should see all the people getting on the trains going out in that direction. So it's still rush hour. Hopefully the Yamanote won't be that bad. And I'm gonna go to Shinokubo and then walk from there. All right, that's it for this video. See you next time. Bye.